Hi, welcome to the world of colors. I'm Colors. Today we're going to be making Mr. Tom Turkey. This is what he looks like. He's not a gnome. He's just a little accent piece to put next to your pilgrim gnomes. And these are the materials that you're going to need to make him. It's not as lengthy as a list as you're usually used to seeing. What we have is we need orange and yellow acrylic paints and a couple paint brushes. We need a 5.5 inch or around there sunflower, a 7-inch hair roller from Dollar Tree. They come in a 6 in a package. You just need one. You need a tiny little felt hat from Joann's. They're back in the doll section, the doll making section. They have the bigger ones and the smaller ones. We want the tiny one. You want a 2-inch styrofoam ball, a little 2-inch piece of red fabric of some sort for the beard. You need a rubber band. You need a black marker, a brown marker, and then your X-Acto knife. You need two 2-inch by 3-inch pieces of tan felt. You need a 2.5 inch by 7-inch piece of a rusty brown color felt, and also an 8 by 8-inch piece of the rusty brown felt. And then you need 4 1-inch by 1-inch pieces of yellow felt. That and your scissors and your glue gun, and you'll be all ready. So let me clear this away and I'll be right back with you and we'll get started. The first thing you want to do is take your styrofoam ball and your 8 by 8-inch piece of the rusty color brown felt and put your ball right in the middle and pull up your points. And put your rubber band down there and fasten that as tight as you can. Then you just want to go ahead and cut the extra off. Get rid of this. Then I'm using a 5.5 inch sunflower. It's recycled from a wreath that I had. And you might see a little bit of glitter on it, but you won't when we're finished. And we want to glue that on. If you can see how this one's glued on, there's enough left at the bottom here for him to be able to sit on it. So we're going to glue it on like that, leaving about 3/4 of an inch of the green area down so that it'll be able to sit. About like that. So let's get that glued. I'm gonna let this set up and I'll be right back with you. I've got the body glued onto the sunflower. And it's sitting there nice. And I want to go ahead and make the neck. So I want to take the 2.5 inch by 7 inch piece of the rusty brown felt and the roller. And I need to cover the roller with the felt. So I'll just run a bead of glue along the bottom here. And then just put the roller right in that first bead of glue. And then we'll run a bead of glue through the middle. And then almost to the end, we'll put another bead of glue right almost to the end. And then just roll that up. What you want to do is take your roller, now that it's covered up, and we want to bend it to make the head. So bend it with the seam side underneath to make the head. Just want to go down like that. We're going to take and trim it just like this on an angle. Like that. And it's going to look like that. And that's where we're going to put some glue right across there, and then just hold that together. After the glue cools a little bit, you can work with that a little bit to hold that together. I'm going to take my scissors and trim off where the glue came out of the seam a little bit right here. Now this part right here at the bottom, we're going to go ahead and put the yellow on there for the beak. If you take out one of your 1 inch by 1 inch squares, I'm going to trim off the bottom of this a little bit. We don't want it quite as pointy. And take your yellow square, and we want the top of where we just glued to show. You can see a little bit of the green roller right there. I'll touch that up with a brown marker. but we want the seam right there to show as part of the character of his face. We just want to cover the last 3/4 down here of the beak. So what we'll do is just hold that on there and take our scissors and cut out the shape. Which it should look like that, the piece that you're going to glue on. Trim that up a little bit. You're going to glue on a piece like this, right there on the bottom, to make his beak. So I'm going to do that right now. I'll do first one side and then the other. I have a little extra hanging out here at the bottom, and I'll just trim that so it's nice, little round little beak down there. And then I'm going to use a brown marker and just touch up where you can see a little bit of that green roller. That'll look really good when we get it done. Add a lot of character to his face. So we have that like that. Is what we're going to need to do is attach the neck to the body. And what we need to do is take our X-Acto knife and let the flower body sit how it's going to sit, and pick a little spot to cut a little X in the styrofoam ball, and then just flip over your X-Acto knife, carefully holding it, and push in a spot right there. That we're going to put our neck. But our neck is too long like this. We want to take off a couple inches and take off a couple inches and it would be about like that, and then we're just going to glue it right in that spot. I'm going to glue it right in that spot. That we made. I'll hold that just for a minute. Now we can put the little beard on. See how he's looking now? Put the little piece of red fabric that you cut, little 2-inch piece of fabric of some sort. This is just a little furry piece of fabric that I had, and I cut a little 2-inch piece. And you want to put that right up underneath, right there. That can hang down. I might trim that a little bit. And I like to get the personality going, so it helps you make him. So I like to get the eyes on there as soon as I can. And then we're going to put a line down his beak in the middle. I think I'd like it to go back a little bit more there. Just kind of keep adjusting as you go. So the next thing that we should do is probably put his little feet on. You take two of your 1-inch yellow pieces and just cut out almost like a little heart shape. Probably the best way to describe it. So you end up with two little pieces shaped like that. And then you want to position them right under there. I'm going to go ahead and get these glued on. And then the next thing that we'll do is put the wings on. You want to take your two tan pieces, 2 by 3 inch tan pieces, and cut them down a little bit to our wing size. Everybody's is going to be a little bit different. I think these are a little big. We're going to cut these down a little bit more. And then we're just going to glue these on both sides like that. And then is what you want to do is you get out your paint. A little bit of orange and a little bit of yellow. Just any acrylic craft paint. Now the first thing that I do with the yellow is I wanted to put a little bit of yellow on the front of his beak. I just like that color a little bit better. So I did that. And then on the wings, you just want to do the top of the wing with the yellow. I'll do them on both sides. And then you want to take your other brush and put in some orange underneath the yellow. About like that. Now I've got wet paint here, so what I'm going to do is get out my blow dryer and spend a couple of minutes blow drying this, and then we'll finish it up. So I've got them all blow dried. Just took a couple minutes with the blow dryer. Then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and take our browner marker. I have a metallic bronze marker here, but a brown marker will be fine, and just put your lines through to indicate feathers there on the orange on both sides four times. And then in the yellow I just put some dots. Like that. And then the last thing that we have to do is put on the little tiny hat that we got from Joann's. And you want to kind of figure out how you're going to position it. How you want it to sit on there. This kind of got twisted in the blow dryer. Okay, so figure out how you want it to sit on there. And then take your glue gun and put some glue right on the top. And then just set your hat right in that. And there he is. Another Mr. Tom Turkey. Well, now we've got 3. So, I hope that helped you. Thank you for coming and spending some time with us today. And if you like this video, make sure to like. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe.